Hello and welcome to Everyday Linux User. In today's video I'm going to show you how to dual boot Windows 11 and Fedora 42, and it's going to be a 2-drive dual boot, which I think is the safest way to do dual booting if you want to do it. So if you've got 2 drives in your machine, this one's for you. This also shows you how to install Fedora anyway, and the great thing is Fedora in Fedora 42 has a brand new installer and it's far better than the previous one. So all those times I've told you the reason I don't like Fedora is that installer, that no longer exists because Fedora has a new installer, and we're going to check it out in this video. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into our disk management, and to do that you go to the start menu and it's DISC MGMT, and you can see it's got create and format hard disk partitions. So with this screen open, you can see I've got 2 drives here. I've got disk 0, which is the one I'm going to put Fedora onto, and disk 1, which is where Windows lives. So I'm going to be putting Fedora on here. I'm also going to be putting an UEFI boot partition on here, and that way this is completely secluded from this. So open a web browser. I am using Chrome, and the first tool we're going to use is we are going to download Ventoy, and this is the piece of software that enables you to boot Linux from a USB drive. So what we're going to do is going to head over to the download section, and we're going to click on the Ventoy Windows zip file, and then we're going to click this download latest version here, and you see a timer's going, and that's it downloaded. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go across to Fedora's website, fedoraproject.org. And you can see the latest release is 42, so we click on that. What you want is a workstation. Now you can either go KDE or you can go for the Fedora workstation, which is GNOME based. I'm going to click on this Fedora workstation and just click download now, and then you click on this download button here. So you've got various options: PowerPC, ARM versions, but this is for your x86 64 systems, which is most computers. And you just click this download button here, and that's going to download in the top right corner. With all that downloaded, we can now close the web browser. So what you want to do now is insert your USB drive, and then we're going to open up a file explorer like this. And you see I've got this data drive here. This is my USB drive, and you can see here's my Ventoy and here's my Fedora workstation. So we're going to double click on this, and we're going to take this and we're going to click extract all, and just click extract like that. Now a new window opened, so we can just go into this folder, and we're going to click on Ventoy to disk. And what you want to do is choose your USB drive. So mine is the integral portable SSD, which is 120 gigabytes, and I am just going to click install. Now it's warning you that your drive will be wiped, so you have to type yes into the box and then click OK, and then it gives you one further warning and another one. So that is now complete, so we can close that, we can close that, and what you want to do is go back to your downloads folder, and you want to right click on the Fedora. You're going to click the copy button there, you're going to go down to your Ventoy down here, and you're going to click right click, and you're going to click the paste button. Right, you're now ready to start the installation process of Fedora. So what you're going to do is you're going to reboot your computer, and you're going to press the relevant function key to bring up the boot menu. Now this differs for each manufacturer and sometimes each make per manufacturer, but in general it's something like F7, F9, Escape, F12, etc. You can use the internet to search for your make and model of computer and the boot key that it uses, and that will tell you what button to press. If in doubt, just randomly hit one as it's booting. If you end up back in Windows, you've waited too long and you've hit the wrong function key. As you can see, I've pressed the F7 key, bring up my boot menu, click my USB drive, and then boot into Fedora. And then select normal mode. When Fedora loads, click on the Install Fedora button, and the new impressive Fedora installer will start up. To start off with, choose your installation language from the menu and then click Next. You need to choose the disk that you want to install Fedora onto, so click Change Destination and choose the drive from the list provided. I am going to choose the blank drive that I showed you earlier on in the video. Now, because I'm dual booting, I'm going to leave the share option checked and I'm just going to click next to continue. You can encrypt your drive if you want to. I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to click next to continue. You can now review the drives that it's going to set up, and if you are happy, just click the install button to continue the installation. The installation will now begin, and it's a 4-stage process of configuring your drives, installing the software, configuring the bootloader, and then a final setup. When the install is complete, what we're going to do is you're going to exit to the live desktop, you're going to reboot your computer, and you're going to press the function key to enter into the boot setup. Now this again differs for each manufacturer, but in my case it's the escape key. What you're going to want to do is scroll across to your boot menu, and you're going to want to find the UEFI settings like I'm showing you here, and then you're going to click on the drop down and you're going to pick the Fedora bootloader as the first option. Then you're going to press the relevant function key like F4 to save, and that should mean it always boots to Fedora with Windows as a menu option. You should now see you can boot into either Fedora or Windows. You need to click into Fedora because there's further setup that needs to be done. I'm afraid it's shaky cam time because there's no screen recorder in the Fedora setup screen. But first off, you have to set the installation language again. And then you have to choose your keyboard layout. Now you can choose your Wi-Fi network and enter the password if one is required. Now you can choose whether to have location services on and whether you want automatic problem reporting switched on. And then you can choose where you are on the map, and this sets your time zone for your computer, so just pick your country on the map provided. Now you can choose whether to enable third-party repositories. I recommend doing this. Now it's time to set up a user. Just enter your name and a username that you wish to use. And now set a password and confirm the password in the boxes provided. And that's it, you're all done. I recommend rebooting your computer and logging in for the first time experience. And that is the end of the video. You now have a dual boot Fedora and Windows 11 operating system. And I think you'll agree the Fedora install is now greatly improved and it is now probably one of the best. So there we have it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Everyday Linux User.